Olá! Oi, gente! Tudo bom? Welcome to this Q&A. I'm very excited to be here with you today. Tudo bom, Jacob, Ross, Roger, Douglas? Tudo bom? Welcome to this Q&A. So, if you are new to my channel, I'm Virginia, and I teach this Q&A every Thursday. And every Tuesday, I publish a new video on my YouTube channel. And in this Q&A, I like to review some points from my last video and also answer your questions if you have questions about the new lesson or any questions about Portuguese. I'm here to help you. So a few announcements. If you have questions for me, it is hard for me sometimes to read all the comments, so I recommend that you if I don't read your question, just copy and paste the same question again, so I have a better chance to read it. Also, if you like my content and you like to support me, I created the YouTube club, Speaking Brazilian YouTube club, where you have access to all the transcripts and translation of my videos. So if you'd like to have access to this material and also support my channel, I recommend you take a look at the YouTube club. You'll find a link to it below the video. And also just go to my website and you'll find all the information there. My website is speakingbrazilian.com. Tudo bom? Oi, Marcos. Oi, Aline. Okay, guys, so let's talk about the last lesson. Last Tuesday, I published a lesson about Brazilian sports, popular sports in Brazil. This is a very interesting topic because Brazilians love sports. We have a lot of popular sports in Brazil. Of course, the most popular one, you guys know, it is soccer. How do we say soccer in Portuguese? Let me know in the comments. And what's interesting about soccer in Brazil is that we have many different types of soccer in Brazil. There is obviously the traditional one, which we call. I'm waiting for your comments. I want to see if you guys know how to say soccer in Portuguese. And also, what are the other kinds of soccer that we have in Brazil? Do you know the names? Let me know in the comments. So in Brazil, okay, so Marcos já respondeu, futebol. So pay attention to the pronunciation, right? We have we could say futebol, so it really depends on the accent. As you know, we have so many different accents in Brazil. So futebol is the most common pronunciation, futebol. But some people would also say futebol. Okay, so both pronunciations are correct. Futebol. What are the other kinds of futebol that we have in Brazil? So when you use the word futebol, usually we are referring to the most traditional one, which is, we call futebol de campo, right? It's like association football. So we have like those big teams, on a big field. But we also have a lot of other different variations of futebol in Brazil. And it is very, very common in Brazil. You are walking on the streets and you see people playing soccer, playing futebol on the streets. So this we call a futebol de rua, street soccer. Muito bom. So Marcos, you are on fire today, huh? You have all the answers. Então, pelada. Pelada is a very informal way of referring to street soccer, futebol. Futebol de rua. It's usually when you just play on the streets with your friends. This is very common with kids, but also adults play street soccer a lot. Some people play without shoes, without shirt. It's very, very informal. It's just to have fun with your friends. And then we also have futebol de areia, muito bom, which is beach soccer. Very, very common. If you go to a beach in Brazil, you most certainly see someone, a group of friends playing beach soccer. This is very, very traditional. And we have futsal. So pay attention to the pronunciation, although we don't have any vowel right after the T, we pronounce the E sound, futsal. Futsal in Brazil, right? So this pronunciation, the pronunciation of words in Portugal, of course, is a little bit different. Então, pelada, futebol de areia e futsal. Muito bom, Margos. Excelente. What else, guys? Any other kind of football that you guys know? Muito bom. Reading some of your comments, guys. Okay, so in the video I also talked about other common sports, popular sports in Brazil. Do you guys know what are the other popular sports that we have in Brazil? Let me know in the comments. And I also would love to know from you guys what are the popular sports that you have in your country. Do you also, is soccer, football also popular in your country? Have you played soccer when you were a kid? Let me know in the comments. Muito bom, gente. So the next, muito bom, Ross. So the next most popular game that we have in Brazil is vôlei. So this is the most common way of writing it, with the chapeau, with the circumflex accent, vôlei, or voleibol. This is also very, very popular. And of course, we have also beach volley, right? Vôlei de praia. So we have both the one that we play indoors and also, of course, on the beach. Brazilians love sports that can be played on the beach. Muito bom. Ok. So, hockey no Canadá é o número 1. No Brasil, não temos hockey. We don't play hockey in Brazil. I mean, maybe somewhere, never seen it. It's not at all popular in Brazil. We don't have enough snow in Brazil. It's so rare. It's so not common. But we see that on television, so that is fun. NFL popular no Brasil? NFL, a gente tem isso no Brasil?
NFL, National, no, football.
No.
No, it's
Nope.
American football.
It's American football. I didn't even know what, did you see? Didn't even know what NFL was. My husband just told me. Okay, so no, it's not popular in Brazil, not at all. Então, futebol americano, no. We don't have that in Brazil. I think American soccer is only popular in the US, right? Am I wrong? I think it's a very American game, so we don't have that in Brazil. We only see that in, American movies. Pickleball, que legal, Shannon. Muito bom. I don't think that is common in Brazil. Rugby, not common in Brazil as well. Handball is very common in Brazil. So handball is one of the most popular sports in Brazil as well. Very good comments, guys. Futebol é muito popular na Grã-Bretanha. Sim! Excelente. Street hockey, really? I have no idea what that is. Flamengo is the best in Brazil. Well, some people would disagree. I don't have a team, a soccer team in Brazil. So, but most of my family, most of them, they cheer for Flamengo. They are from Flamengo team. Muito bom, guys. So another list here of popular sports in Brazil. We also have. I mentioned volley, basquete. So see the pronunciation here, basquete. So basketball in Portuguese is basquete or basketball, but we usually just say basquete. It is very popular, not as much as volley and soccer, but it is very popular. Also automobilismo. Especialmente Fórmula 1 and also other kinds of car racing, auto racing, motor racing, Brazilians love that. Not every, it's not very common to meet someone who actually do practice this kind of sports, but we see this on television all the time. It's very popular on Brazilian television. And frescobol. Frescobol is very, very popular on the beaches, Brazilian beaches. You also see people play frescobol on the beach. Excelente. What else, guys? What other popular sports I've talked about in the video, and what other popular sports it is common in your country? Que legal! Eu moro no sul da Flórida, onde tem muitos brasileiros, então o futebol é muito popular. Muito bom. One of the most popular sport practice in El Salvador is football. Pelada, muito bom. Futebol, muito bom. Ciclismo e voleibol, muito bom. Ciclismo is also very common in Brazil, not as, I don't think it is one of the most popular, but it is common. A lot of people practice ciclismo. Excelente. Really, street hockey? I'm so curious to see how that looks like. Muito bom. No Canadá jogamos lacrosse. Muito bom. What about tennis? Yeah, so tennis is also one of the most popular sports we have in Brazil. Guga is one of the most famous players that we have in Brazil. It is very popular, not as much as the other ones that I mentioned, but yes, it is also very popular. Capoeira, muito bom. So capoeira is such a beautiful sport, and also it's a cultural representation, right? Because it's so interesting. It's a mix of martial arts with dance and music. It's beautiful to see people playing capoeira. It's really beautiful. I love it. It is very common in Bahia. You find it everywhere in Brazil, but the one that it looks more original for me is the one it is in Bahia. Okay, looking for questions and comments, guys. Temos também esportes marciais como MMA, o boxe. Sim, so all this is also popular in Brazil. Boxe is also popular in Brazil. Jiu-jitsu is very, very popular now, especially after the Gracie family created a version of Jiu-jitsu, which is Brazilian Jiu-jitsu. And it is not only popular in Brazil, but also outside Brazil. So Brazilian Jiu-jitsu is everywhere now. It is very, very popular in Brazil. Muito bom. Excelente. Looking for more questions, guys. Muito bom. Soccer. Muito bom, José. Tudo bom? Also cycling. Muito bom. Okay, guys. Who is a favorite player and soccer team? I don't have a favorite player or soccer team. I'm not a very traditional Brazilian, I guess. I don't have a Brazilian team, but I like to watch the World Cup and cheer for Brazil. So that is fun, but I don't have a regional team. Por que basquete tem quadra de basquete, mas futebol tem campo de futebol? I don't know how to answer your question. We do also have a quadra de futebol. When you're talking about indoor soccer, is also the same name, quadra. I think quadra is usually used for indoor sports, and campo is outdoors. I think that would be the difference. Surf, yeah, so surf is also another very, very popular sport in Brazil. Very popular, especially, of course, on the beach, right? Cities that are by the beach. Very, very popular. Peteca is also very popular. Very good. Muito bom. Muito bom, gente. Looking for more comments. Dança brasileira. I didn't add any dance in this lesson because I'm not sure it would be considered sports. But we do have many dances that are popular in Brazil, I would say that forró is very popular in Brazil. Salsa, zumba, I don't remember the names. Samba, of course, samba. Qual é o meu esporte favorito? I'm not sure what is my favorite sport. I don't practice any kind of sports. I mean, today I do practice escalada, rock climbing. So I'd say that one is my favorite. Escalada. It's not that popular in Brazil though, but it is. Some people do practice escalada in Brazil, but it's not a popular sport. Muito bom, guys. Maracanazo is day-to-day vocabulary for Brazilian. I don't know what you mean, so I don't think it is a day-to-day vocabulary for Brazilians. What do you mean by maracanazo? Is it related to the Maracanã space for soccer games? Existe luta livre no Brasil? Yes, luta livre is also becoming more and more popular in Brazil. Yes. Muito bom, guys. Excelente. What else? Do you have any questions about Portuguese or related to this topic, sports? I'm not the most, I'm not expert in sports. I don't practice much sports. I prepared this lesson because many of you have asked me to talk about it. But sports are really, really popular in Brazil. So of course, soccer is the most popular one, and the other ones that I mentioned. So if you go to Brazil, if you like sports, you always find a lot of options to play sports in Brazil. Muito bom. Atletismo, correr, nadar. All this is popular in Brazil as well. Atletismo, corrida. So the name of the sport would be corrida. Natação is the name of the sport that's only swimming, right? Natação. All of this is very popular in Brazil. Excelente, muito bom, guys. I actually received one question from Stephen from the Speaking Brazilian YouTube club. It has nothing to do with sports, but I will answer his question. He's actually asked for recommendations of books, for recipe books. Do you guys have any recommendation for Stephen? So I have there is one website that I follow that is super fun with a lot of Brazilian recipes. It is called tudogostoso.com.br. I'm gonna write in the comments. So Stephen, tudo gostoso. Gostoso means tasty.com.br. So this website is really good for Brazilian recipes, okay? So there you go, Stephen. That is my recommendation for you. Você vai fazer vídeo sobre danças brasileiras no futuro? Maybe. That would be a fun topic, right? I might do a video about that. Alguns esportes de povos nativos? Yes, unfortunately, I don't have information about that. I would have to do some research. But I know, of course, there are sports from native people. My favorite sport is watching the Olympics. That's a good one, Joseph. Me too. I love watching sports, even though I don't practice much. Muito bom, gente. I guess that's it for today. It was a pleasure to see all of you, and I'll be here again next Thursday at 12 p.m. New York time, and my next lesson will be available next Tuesday on my YouTube channel. I'll see you next week. Um beijo. Tchau, tchau.